Right, now you may have seen my video earlier on the cheap Chinese power inverter and how when it was wired up you would get 30 volts of AC current reference to ground on this metal casing. So I thought, what the hell, I'll just blow it up. It was only $12, which isn't really enough to make me return it, but it's enough just to piss me off. But, so I tore it apart. I really couldn't find anything wrong with it. There are some missing components that can be put on the circuit board. Like, what's that? Is it like CY5 position? Nothing there. CY4. It has a nice big capacitor right there. I really want to blow that up. That's going to look good. Let me get the measurements on that. It is a 82 microfarad capacitor, which is fairly big. And it's about an inch tall. An inch tall by 2 centimeters across. And then you have a, I guess that's a half-wave rectifier. Another capacitor, a whole bunch of capacitors, and the transformer. And there seems to be a fuse there, which might get in the way of some experimentation, but there's probably a way to get around it. And since I don't want to be blowing that capacitor up inside, I'm going to assume that's going to stink pretty bad. I guess I will be able to do it outside. Okay, so I got this set up here, shorted all across the jumpers, 120 in. If it decides not to do anything, I have a clamp meter down here to see how much amps it's pulling. And I have my iPhone 6 Plus over there recording in slow motion. So let's just fire this up, unballast it, and see what happens. Alright, in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, nothing. It's not even pulling the load. Maybe I should reverse the polarity. Yeah, still not doing anything. Surprising. Let me see if I got voltage. Yeah, I've got 127. Fuse does not seem to be ruptured. I think we might need to turn it up a notch. Now I'm just curious to see what happens if we put the 120 in the output without any connections, only on the voltage plus and common. Yet again, nothing. This thing is indestructible. I don't know how it's taking all that current. Well, better get out the gasoline and burn this thing. Alright, this setup now here, right off camera, this wire. This is fire alarm wire. I doubt it's going to be able to handle 500 volts. Goes to my trusty Acme electric transformer made in the USA, and that is made in China. Let's see which one will win this battle. So this is going to be 120 volts into the transformer, 490, so it's about 500 out of the transformer, surging into this power supply. Let's see what happens. a surprising nothing again. So let me see how many volts we have. At the end of this transformer. Got 120 input. Output is 1 volt. Do not try this at home, kids. Alright, that looks real good in there. Let me move this expensive transformer out of the way. Got the cord. Now this video is starting to drag on because this thing just won't die. So I'm going to do 120 volts across unbuffered directly with main line voltage, and I wonder what's going to happen. It is still soaked in gasoline, which is surprising because it hasn't burst into flames yet. So this is my last attempt. If not, I'm going to have to hit it live. Let's see what happens. Well, I enjoyed that show. I hope it didn't trip a circuit breaker. I'm going to go down there and check on that. You guys can stay down here and, or stay up here and enjoy the show. No circuit breakers tripped. What a surprise. Yep, and that looks pretty roasty as one. And it's still exploding. I'd consider this a success. Look at that. Definitely worth the 12 bucks. Well, didn't look too good inside. That is just amazing. Look at that capacitor. That is modern art. Surprisingly, that one didn't blow up. Kind of putting me on nerve here. That might blow up. I don't know if it's hot inside or it still has a huge charge, but I could do a video on that in its own, which I probably will. Rectifier looks okay. That capacitor looks burnt, it doesn't look blown. That transformer looks fine. All the resistors in here, though, look like they got fried. It's making some sound, kind of nerving. Transformer looked a little bit faulty. But that was worth the 12 bucks. And that is surprising how this little sucker took all that. But it did finally die.